What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube series. Pretty much just a YouTube update where I am in my trading psychology journey and really what's helped me to overcome some psychology barriers that I was facing sort of towards the middle and end of last year. So pretty much without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So really what I'm going to go through is a trade that really nearly made me quit. Not because of my setup, that was fine, but because of my mindset more than anything. So my emotions during and after a trade, before a trade, fear of missing out, over trading, and then self-doubt as well comes into play with that one. So let's break it all down. So the chart, the psychology, and how to bounce back when you think you're losing your edge. So what I'll put on screen now as well is currently where I am. So what I'm actually doing at the minute is data gathering on a few pairs, just to see which are the most profitable over a period of time using this particular strategy that I've been sort of tweaking now for the best part of a year. So yeah, I mean, I've done GBP USD. It's more indices that I've been trading, but GU seemed like the setups were playing out more often than not. And I'll show you on the screen right now. I think, let me just have a look. So far this year there's been a 50%, you could have made sort of 50% overall on GU. Last year it was a total of 92.5%, and 2023 I'm in the middle of sort of doing the data on that. This is just the DAX. I keep swapping between the pairs, so once I've done 1 year, or I get bored of that pair, I'll just swap to a new pair. So this is pretty much the DAX. I've started, where did I start? About here in 2023. I've done all of this data, so pretty much, yeah, I'm just going to run through some stuff and exactly what it was that helped me to gain my confidence back with trading after making some money, having some funded accounts, to losing funding, to getting funding back. It's been a bit of a roller coaster year, but sure. I mean, so this is the obviously the 4 hour on the DAX. The daily is clearly bullish as well. Don't really focus too much on the daily. It does help for obviously the overall trend, but you can see it's quite choppy. So we get some highs, some lows, some highs, some lows, some highs, and then from here we'll probably continue to the upside. But let's see. So I'm going to basically just run through some back testing, show you how to build confidence in a trading strategy, and we'll just sort of continue from here. So the problem for me really was taking trades that were not in session. So basically the biggest problem for me was not sticking to my rules and letting my psychology sort of get in the way, and FOMO interfere in everyday sort of trading. Essentially I was just a big FOMO trader, trying to catch every move instead of waiting for an A plus setup, and it's really what did really put me back sort of towards the end of last year, and I'm still recovering, to be honest, but yeah, we're getting there, and I'm nearly where I want to be, but still a bit to go. So essentially your plan, however you trade, whether it's this way, whether it's support and resistance, supply and demand, ICT, trend lines, whatever it is, if you have an edge, a plan, and you're not sticking to that plan, well then it's what's you might as well just gamble, press buy or sell, and decide, let the market decide for you, essentially. But yeah, that's what's really important, to have an edge and stick to your rules. Not get FOMO, and back test as well. Back testing is probably the most important thing you can do for confidence. I back test every day for a couple of hours per day. Even though I know my edge, it gives me the confidence to, when my edge shows, I can just hit it without having to sort of think twice. So let's jump into some chart examples. So essentially what we've got here is we are now bullish on the DAX. So we broke to the upside, we're broke once to the downside, so that means I'm still bullish. So all I'm looking for is 15-minute continuations, and the the difficult part is losing streaks. So this is one thing that I wanted to go over, so let me go over this quickly. I don't really know where a losing streak was. Anyway, there's been a couple of losing streaks. We might even get some now while I'm testing. And this is what backtesting is, and data gathering is so important. Even if you don't want to backtest, if you just want to go backwards in time on the charts and hindsight test it, and you can see how many losing streaks you would have. I think the biggest losing streak for GU in 2024 was a 6-trade losing streak, but the biggest winning streak was 8 trades. So it is swings and roundabouts. So after losses, obviously self-doubt starts to kick in, and this is where backtesting starts to show its importance, essentially. So once we know our edge, how our edge plays out, and our probability is the main thing, because trading really is a game of maths and probabilities. Probabilities obviously is maths. Trading is a game of probabilities. If you've got a bigger 1-to-1 risk to reward, and you've got more than a 25% win rate, you're going to be in profit. So or 33.33% win rate, I think it works out to technically. But so yeah, as long as you've got more than a 33% win rate, and you've got bigger risk to reward than 1-to-1R or 1-to-2R, sorry, then you're going to be profitable. So my minimum target is 2.5R. So with that, I only need a 25 or 28.5, I think it works out to win rate. My win rate at the minute is sitting around 54%. So obviously, profitable. It could be a higher win rate, but I'm happy to, if I can do results that it's been showing me during my sessions, I'm happy to just do that. So let's jump into some chart examples anyway. Enough of me sort of waffling for now. So essentially, it's a pretty simple setup. So I want to be, if I'm long on or bullish on the 4 hour, I'm going to be bullish on the 15 minute, or I want to be bullish on the 15 minute. And then really it's kind of, we need to find our range. So you can have your range from here or here, or even here or here. It's not overly important. It's as long as we can see the clear direction of the markets, that's the main thing. We find some liquidity. So in this case, we've got some liquidity here. We have obviously got the low of the Asian session here, and we've got this here. So what I'm looking for now is an in-session sweep on liquidity. So obviously, this is sort of Frankfurt from 7 to London. London opens, we keep pushing up, we push down, we take out this bit of liquidity, and I know that on my first retrace candle I can get in. Stop below the lows, 2.5R. It's really, pretty much it's that simple. So I'm going to go through some chart examples, show you how I have been trading. Oh, let me pause that there. So this is what we want to do with this one. And then what I'm going to do is go through some psychology stuff as well, how to overcome FOMO, how to stop over trading, etc. And we'll run through some of that after. So this is probably my bullish range here. So we're in between this range, that's fine. So what I want price to do is stop somewhere, pull up, sweep, or even if it swept the range during London, that's fine. But what we do get is this continuous sort of move in the Asia session. So this for me isn't really a sweep yet, because it's just the one continuous Asia move. We get these two, I suppose you could call them doji candles. They're indecisive candles. I don't really class that as the market stopping. That's just sort of one move for me. So I want this bit to get swept. So realistically from here, maybe I probably would have took this entry, stop below here, and then I'm pretty much straight out. But that's fine. That's just the way it goes sometimes, and I know that through hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of backtesting, and that's just what I do. That's just how I build confidence. People don't want to backtest, they don't want to journal, they don't want to do the work, and really what changed it for me was starting to journal every single trade. Did I follow my plan? Did I stick to my rules? Was it in session? Was it out of session? So now with something like this, I'm now in a bearish range, so I don't want to be taking longs in a bearish range. It just doesn't make sense, right? So I mean, really, the entry probably would have been here. If you wanted to get in here, or you had some sort of confidence to get in here, this is going to be entry. Your profit's going to be 2.5, so there. But we're in a bearish range. There's no reason for me to start taking longs there. So now I'm in a bullish range again. So anywhere from here, we can start taking longs. If the New York wants to sweep something, we'll get in, and then we're out of session. So yeah, there's nothing on this particular day for us, but that's fine. Maybe 2, absolute max 3 opportunities a week. Sometimes there's no opportunities for a week or 2. So this is where it starts to get a bit sort of more difficult, because really I want this to be my range. There's the sweep. We do start putting in some highs. I think this is probably a trade that I would like to be in, but this is the true range, so I'd probably sit out of this one. Yeah, and there you go. So this is our true range, so we're still bearish, and I know just from data that I've got on a spreadsheet, which again I'll probably put on the screen about now, that if I don't need to take a trade. If I'm not in a bullish range, I'm just not taking a trade, especially but I don't take any counter trend trades. So if I'm not pro trend on the 15 minute, then I'm not trading. It's really just that simple. So let's play price forward on the 15 and see what we get. So yeah, we could say we're in a bullish range again now. Ideally, I want this broken. So this is probably a range. Like realistically, this is a range. But I do like to see a bit more than what we've got now. So this would, if this was our bullish range, say if we didn't have this leg here, and this was our range, then I'd be in this. However, I do just like to see, like, we haven't taken a swing. Like, you can quite clearly see we've got, like, this is our swing. All of this stuff here, this is internal. We get our swing. This isn't, like, it's just more internal. Do you know what I mean? It's but yeah, so I don't think I would be in that. And we're still bearish, so we're still just waiting. Again, I'm at the minute I trade 2 pairs. I'm going to up it to a 3rd pair, maybe the US 30. I need to do some data gathering on that, and we'll see sort of how that goes. But like, if this is sort of the live market conditions, do we break down there? Not quite. But we are starting to put in bearish price. So if we don't break up now, we're going to be bearish. So what I would be doing on these days is journaling what happened on that day, journaling the wins, journaling the losses. Did I stick to my plan? Did I not stick to my plan? I will show you my Notion template as well that I use, which I will link as well in the description if anyone wants to use that. There is a paid one just because it took me, well, I've been building it and amending it for probably 18 months. So, there is a free one on there that is simpler. If you want to use that, by all means, it doesn't bother me either way, but I'm just not going to give someone out for free that I've worked hours and hours on. Obviously, apart from this Forex content, but I didn't make this strategy, so this content is readily available for everyone to find. So what you want to be writing down is, let me just put these on the screen for you. So trades or no trades for that day. So how you felt, how I felt. Did I stick to my rules? And then pretty much that's what you need to be assessing every day. So you need to journal, reflect on the day, reflect on how you feel, reflect on what you've done, and then over time these little mistakes will start to fade out, and that's just something that you'll notice as your experience progresses. So let's just keep playing this forward. So again, there's just nothing here that I'm interested in. So we are, I would say, now within this bullish range. So I would be looking to take longs in here. This I wouldn't really class as liquidity. Doesn't really do much for me. If you were going to be in, you'd be in here, or you know, at the close of that candle. Again, there's not enough in it for me, so I'm just waiting out. If we start to break up to the upside again, then yeah, for sure I'm going to be looking. Yeah, see, that's, you know, this is why we just wait and stick to the plan. But I think we can probably say we are actually, to be honest, we are. So this is the thing about back testing, is you don't always see what's going on the high time frame, because it's so easy to just skip through price. So from this point we won't be looking for longs anyway, so let me just pop this back to here. So pretty much so we got, this is the high that broke this low, so we're bearish from there. Well, not bearish from there, that's our start of the change. So from, where is it? So from here, from this point now, I'm looking to short. So let's have a look. Okay, so from this point here, I'm looking to short. And where's our range? So realistically, because this is quite messy here, this is our range. So New York comes up and sweeps the range. Where's my stop going to be? It's going to be at least, oh yeah, I'm probably stopped out of that. So, you know, it's a valid trade. Although I'm stopped out of it, it is a valid trade. It's just the way it goes. You know, sometimes it does sweep. Whether you're being off this candle, who knows? Maybe you wait for this one and cover the highs, and then. But yeah, so I would probably be in there, in all honesty. So let's have a look what we've got now. Just going to keep playing forward. So we're in a bullish range here. So we need to break down. Yeah, again, nothing there. We can look to short in with inside this range though. Yeah, just nothing. And those usually likes to come on. Yeah, there you go. And this is basically just the process over and over, which is really all you need to keep, you know, rinse and repeat. But we'll do a bit more on the price. So we've got, yeah, probably one break up now, I'd say. This is probably our last high to our low, so we need to wait for a bearish break. So when was our last win? So it's been 12 days. So, and this is the kind of thing that backtesting helps with, is if you've been 12 days and you've taken one loss and one win, you're going to start to get FOMO, but you just need to remember to just wait for the perfect setup, essentially. I mean, really, let's have a look. So this is our range. This is like the Asia move. We then sweep the Asia move. This is a little more aggressive, but it's still valid. So let's see if this one can hit TP. Yeah, it's just messy. Probably going to stop us out again. Oh no, we hit the TP there. Okay. Not great. Usually when this kind of thing happens, it does sweep and then continue down. But we are, let's have a look. So this is our range. We are bearish again now. Need two breaks to the downside to be bearish, so this would be a bearish confirmation now. This is pretty textbook, this sort of setup. So I'm not going to do too much of this. This is more, I wanted it to be more of a psychology video, but I'm just showing you how to day together to, you know, build confidence in your trades and your trade system, etc. Yeah, this is probably going to stop us out. just horrible price. This year, to be honest, is just horrible price action. If we go back and look, it's just so choppy. But you know, we work with what we've got. Yeah. So again, we're still waiting for shorts. And this is what we data gather as well, to see which pairs are the most profitable. You don't need to trade every pair. You just need to find 2 or 3 that are profitable over a long period of time, and just stick to those. So I'm probably going to do at least 3 years data on each pair. I've got 2 and a bit years on GU. I've got a year on the DAX, and then 2024 on the DAX. I haven't worked out exactly what the total percentage is yet. I'm still yet to put that into the spreadsheet, but obviously it's a long process. But that's pretty much why no one does it, because it is a long process. But it's what you have to do, unfortunately. So let's have a look. So if you are, let's be sort of realistic now. So where did we start on this one? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 losses and 2 wins. So I'm still 1% up technically. So if I've got, let's put it on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. So 4 losses, 2 wins. So 4 losses, so I'm plus 5% from the 2 wins, and then I am minus 4% from the losses. So I'm still 1% up within that time, and although it's that I would class this as a losing streak, to be honest. So within 16 days I'm 1% up, and I've taken 6 trades. It's not great, but it's still profit. So this is what you need to build. You can't just rely on a week or a month's worth of data. You need to build a picture over a long period of time for this kind of thing. I'd probably be in this, to be honest. We've got this as our range. We sweep this here. Oh, so that's liquidity sweep. This is my entry. We're going to cover the highs a little bit. So it looks like it's going to come up and take us out, but you have to be honest with what you're doing when you're back testing. Otherwise, it's pointless doing the data gathering. If you're just going to lie about it, what's the point of doing it? You might as well just not do it and just make some figures up on a spreadsheet, say that you've done the work. See, it nearly gets there. Did it run to 2R at least? No, it hadn't even got to 2R. So now I am at a break-even point, probably through the month of September. So what to do in this situation? Well, take some. That's August. So yeah, we're into September from here. So we are probably 0.5% down within September over 3 trades, which isn't too bad, to be completely honest. That's in August. So So what to do if you're in a losing streak, if you're in drawdown, if you don't know how to combat this, if you don't know how to come out of this, then you need a reset routine. So take 24, 48 hours off the charts, go to the gym, go do your hobby or play golf, to stress relief, relax the mind. It's out in nature. It's it sounds a bit fucking stupid to say that, but it is a good way to take your mind off things. Go through that week, replay that week, so back test that week, go to the start of the week, wherever it might be, back test that week, and then see, did I follow my rules, did I stick to the plan, have I missed anything, have I done something wrong? Write your thoughts out, which will help you get emotional clarity, which is obviously really important when you're trading. And I'd return back to the markets using maybe a smaller lot size, or demo trade for a week, or don't even, to be honest, actually maybe not even demo trade. If you're on a challenge, I'll just return with a smaller lot size. If you are demo trading anyway, get straight back into demo trading. But you need to just, the best thing for you to do is to be confident in your strategy is to go through some price, work out how profitable it is over a long period of time, work out your probabilities, and give yourself that knowledge that, well, okay, if I take 5 losing trades, all I need is 2 more to be at break even. So if I win a third one, then I'm in profit. And it's just about having the knowledge to have the confidence, and that's all it is. It's really that simple, but people don't want to put the work in, people don't want to sit at a desk for hours. But trading doesn't just test the strategy that you're using, it tests you, it tests your mental strength, your mental clarity. So if you are in drawdown right now, it's not the end. You just need to sharpen up your tools, get on the charts, do some back testing for an hour or two, and build some confidence. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to link my Notion template down below. I'm going to call this one a day here. It's more of a psychology rant plus a strategy update for myself. This might be on a new channel, I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do. But yeah, so this is a strategy that I'm using now. I know it's profitable over long term. All you need to do to make sure that you are profitable is back test. And if it doesn't work with that pair and you like that strategy, try on another pair. And this strategy doesn't work on a lot of pairs. If I went to AUD USD, this probably wouldn't work because it's not really a very trending pair. There's no overall trend. It can be quite sideways. GU is the same, but GU also likes to sweep Asia and then run. So if you pro trend on the 4 hour and GU sweeps Asia, then it will run. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm probably going to fast forward some back testing now for the rest of the video. All my socials will be in the link below. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I'm starting a new series on psychology. This is more just an introduction. We've got the DrawDownClub, we've got Invictus Markets, we've got the Ace of Trades, and I'll catch you all in the next one.